What's up everyone, my name's PT from Charlie Intel, and today I'm joined with Wizite, Benny Central, Mr. Dialect JD, and Unknown Player to talk about the recent reveal of Black Ops 3. Of course, the trailer dropped quite recently, where we saw some interesting new findings about the next game coming from Treyarch in November 2015, and today we're going to go into more details. If you haven't already, we had a first video go up on charlieintel.com if you want to check that out, also on my channel, whereby we cover like 3 main points relating to what we found out about Black Ops 3 so far. Today we're going to go into more detail about some specifics that people have been raising concerns over, most notably the thing called glitch, which I'll go into detail about just now. So essentially, Black Ops 3 is going to feature a new specialist character system in multiplayer inspired by Destiny, whereby we have like special abilities and so on, which we'll go into more detail in a second. We've got Mr. Dialect JD in the chat right now. He's actually played Black Ops 3 at Treyarch Studios, so he'll be able to give some more insight into that in terms of how this actually works. So there is a specialist called Reaper with an ability called Glitch, and what Glitch allows you to do is essentially teleport from one position to another for a few seconds before. So essentially, you can run from A to B and then essentially teleport back a few seconds as if you'd never reached the point B, if that makes any sense. So let me first talk to you, Mr. Dialect JD, about this, because of course people have been thinking, oh my god, this sounds awful. Why would they even include this kind of thing in a Call of Duty game? So do you want to give us more insight into how this actually works?
Yeah, sure. Like I've had people tweeting me saying like, "Oh my God, so I could die, I could like be on search and destroy, like I could kill someone and then they can all of a sudden just teleport behind me and shoot me." I'm like, "No, that's not how it works at all." So when we were presented with these specialist characters, they went through and told us about their backstory, they showed us their weapon, then they showed us their abilities. So when we got to Reaper and we saw Glitch, they didn't explain it at first. It just went, "Watch this." So we saw someone running across a wall and they died, but not died necessarily. They just got shot at. So they were pretty weak. They were literally like a one shot left from dying. Then they activated the glitch ability. Then all of a sudden they teleported like 2 or 3 seconds back in time. So then all of a sudden the person that was following them was then in front of them. So they got the kill. But the most important thing to take out of this is that you can't use your abilities, like you can't go back in time necessarily once you've died. Once you've died and you respawn, you simply can't use your ability. That would be too overpowered. And Treyarch are like obviously like kings of multiplayer. They know that that would be ridiculously broken. So for all the people worrying out there, you can't activate this once you've died. It can only be activated when you're alive and you're currently playing. So there you go.
Okay, so just to point out, so you're making it, so if I was to die, let's say someone kills me right now,
Yeah.
I can still use it in my next life, right?
Yeah, you can still use it in your next life. The ability itself doesn't disappear when you die. It's like a sort of earn and hold mechanic. So once you've earned the ability, it's always going to be there until you use it. But on that situation, if you die, you can't just simply use it when you respawn.
Interesting. Okay, so let's talk to Benny Central for a minute, because Benny Central is actually an ex-pro player, so he's obviously got an insight into the competitive scene. What do you think about this? And it's obviously not going to be competitive, is it?
I don't know. I think they could implement it in, but like just traditional kind of competitive style. I just think they'll keep it down to the raw basics. But when I first heard of the glitch mechanic, I was a bit worried. I was like, wait, does this mean that they're going to go too far? But then it kind of reminded me back when I used to play like MMOs and stuff like that. It's just a teleport. It's a something that allows you to literally go from one point to the other for 3 seconds. So it's not a huge advantage. It may help if you're getting chased in a corridor and someone's coming up behind you and you just suddenly appear behind them. Stuff like that would be cool to do. Or playing objectives. So capture a flag, for example, hop on the flag and then pop the glitch, and then you're 3 seconds away already. Small things like that may come and help, but it'll be interesting. I just hope that it doesn't get too ridiculous.
Yeah. So with Benny's like example there, where he mentions capturing a flag and then being able to skip in time 3 seconds, so you're already halfway back to putting that flag down on the other side of the map. Again, on that precise situation, I don't think it will work that way, where you'll be able to capture a flag and then just simply go back 3 seconds in time, so you're already running away. I think someone at Treyarch actually like asked that question, and you go back in time. You don't go back to a position necessarily. Like the fact you go back in time means that if you have the flag now and you use the ability, you go back in time. 3 seconds ago, you didn't have the flag,
Oh,
so
I
you
get
won't
it.
have that flag.
That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah,
It's
and
kind of funny. This actually sounds like a dedicated lag switch. It's
almost
basically
in a
rubber
way.
banding.
Back in the days of Halo.
yeah, it's like an
Like-
in-game lag switch. It's like
I still don't understand how they've managed to make it work, because I feel like they got an influence from the time bomb from Buried Zombies, where you could go back in time to whenever you threw it down. But for like a real-time multiplayer game, I don't know how they've managed it. But another thing that's really, really important is that you earn these abilities probably every 2 to 3 minutes when you're playing multiplayer averagely. So that's every 2 to 3 minutes you can potentially use this glitch ability. But like games are normally 3 to 6 minutes each, so the maximum amount of times anyone could use the glitch ability is twice. So there's not necessarily that much to
so
worry
there's
about.
restrictions on it then.
There's not restrictions. You just earn it like every 2
Oh,
to
I
3
get it.
minutes.
I get it.
You
I'm
can't
with you.
possibly be able to get more than that in, say, like Team Deathmatch, where it will be over in 5 to 6 minutes.
So despite it being a specialist ability, you don't actually have the ability to use it immediately.
No. Like every ability you earn through just playing the game.
I'm with
It's
you, okay.
accelerated by score, so the more flags you capture, the more kills you get.
Okay, cool.
This like meter under the HUD fills up. Once it's filled up completely, it will be shining at you, and you know you can activate it.
Oh, that's
So
actually
it's
pretty
just-
cool.
It's supers in Destiny. then.
Yeah,
So,
almost in a way. Yeah.
so the headshots give you more like ability points to get it faster.
Well, what we were told is it's accelerated by score. So if the headshots do give you more score than a traditional kill, then yeah, headshots will accelerate the meter faster than just getting a normal kill.
Cool.
Wait, the headshots give you more score than a normal kill?
Do they?
Well, yeah,
Oh, you-
give you
you
like
just
plus
said that.
50 points on top of the 100 points in, say, Team Deathmatch, right?
No, but not points. I'm talking about score like towards your score streaks.
Oh, yes, good point.
Yeah, that's a very, very good point. I don't think they do. A kill's just a kill, right? Regardless of where you shoot them.
Right, I don't think it's headshot. I think it's just like objective play and kills, but
Yeah,
unless,
kills and capturing objectives.
yeah, unless they've changed it, I'm not sure.
Flag capture manipulation, boys.
Right.
Andrew, what do you think about this then? What do you think about the ability to go back in time? Because of course
I
you do
think
play
it's-
Call of Duty quite a bit and have extensive knowledge in camos and that kind of thing. So let us know.
I think at first it was like a lot more. It was described. I think a lot of people were confused, and some people said that you could like die and then come back to life essentially. But then it like I'm not sure how, but people kind of figured out that it wasn't after death. So I mean, at first it sounded like an awful death streak, like almost like worse than Final Stand or any of those streaks. But I don't think it's really going to be that bad. And I can't remember who, but I remember someone saying that it's really not all that useful. And the minigun arm power, the power weapon, is better than the ability, which is glitched. So to be honest, if I have a choice of zipping back 3 seconds or having a minigun on my arm, I'd probably choose the minigun. It seems like it's more useful.
Do you know what this
Yeah.
sounds like to me? It sounds like when the cloak ability was announced for Advanced Warfare and everyone thought
Right.
you'd just be running around invisibly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it's one of those things whereby it sounds far worse than it actually is. And when you finally play the game, you find out it's actually almost borderline
Exactly.
useless. Like, I don't really find myself ever using the cloak ability in Advanced Warfare, ever.
Yeah.
In
Yeah,
fact, I don't
yeah.
really use exo abilities at all.
Just about to
Yeah.
say the same thing.
yeah.
It's like,
And-
so I can only
a gimmick.
hope that in Black Ops 3 that they're making these abilities kind of more important, but at the same time they're still not important enough to be an integral aspect of you using it every time, you
Yeah.
know?
I
Yeah.
think Seraph's hand cannon so far is the best one that I've seen and heard of, because that's just very similar, once again, kind of Destiny reference, but like the golden gun, where
Yeah.
you can literally just go in. If you've got a really good shot, you're just going to be able to pick up a few really quick multiple kills with the hand cannon, and then then continue on to using your normal gun or whatever you were doing.
Another ability I really want to quickly touch on, I don't know if you've actually tried it yourself, Dalek. It's actually based in the Outrider specialist, which is the ability to vision pulse, which is senses
Okay.
where nearby enemies are and highlights them for a short period of time. That sounds very much like what we have in Advanced Warfare with the what do you call it, threat grenades. Is that kind of what we're talking about here, or are we talking actually literally you can see everyone across the map, like you've got some advanced UAV going?
from what I remember, when you activate it, it does send out like a pulse, and you can see like I think it's like you can see the like silhouettes of bodies through nearby walls. They come out as like kind of like an infrared.
Okay, so it's
But
not like
it's-
crazy. Hard,
No, it's not crazy at all. Honestly, when I used it, I didn't find it to be too useful at all. It lasted about 10 seconds, so it
I can,
wasn't. too useful. Yeah, like I can imagine what from a competitive point of view, it could be very, very useful for like say 1v4 S&D matches, but it's that sort of ability where it's only very brief.
The
So
thing is,
you
I think there's also like I can imagine that there also be like a cold-blooded perk that hides you from it, so it wouldn't be too reliable to like use it and know where everyone is because there's probably gonna be someone with cold-blooded who's just like stealthily going around.
I doubt people like in a competitive set, people won't go like set their class out to counter that. People don't really do that in competitive. It's like because that's just a very situational situation. Where they won't use it. They might use it if there's other things in game that will also kind of have the same effects. But if it's just a unique ability, I can't really see people running cold-blooded unless they know that in the third round people are going to have this perk and then flick it on for third round. It'll be stuff like that that happens.
Yeah.
Okay, so moving off specialists, this also moves on to the next topic, which is probably the last one for this video. But of course, I remember, guys, if you are watching this video and you want us to talk about specific things, do let us know in the comment section below. And of course, we'll hopefully get together again and make another video regarding your questions. So let's move on to one of the most controversial subjects, controversial subjects for Advanced Warfare, which of course is skill-based matchmaking, guys. So we found out that supposedly it's going to be slightly different in Black Ops 3, in that Black Ops 3 skill-based matchmaking is going to be similar to Black Ops 2 as opposed to Advanced Warfare. Now, we have actually discussed this in the past in another video. If you guys want to check that out, I'll put a link in the description for you below. But either way, essentially, it's going to be similar to Black Ops 2. So what do you guys think about that? Are you fans of Black Ops 2 skill-based matchmaking? I mean, it's definitely not as strict as Advanced Warfare. I don't know what you think about this.
Sorry, I didn't even know there was skill-based matchmaking in Black Ops 2 when I played it.
Yeah.
I think most
Same
people would
thing.
agree.
Well, I mean, supposedly, according to them, that skill-based matchmaking exists in every Call of Duty, but I think it's how I see it is, and I've been saying this for quite some time, and I continue to say it. I think they made the skill-based matchmaking far more strict in Advanced Warfare to accommodate the reality of the fact that there was such a huge change in overall movement mechanics that they were worried that people would just be demolished by people who would master the exo movement abilities and so on. So I guess they wanted to keep people on the same level kind of field in terms of actual skill, but yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying. Like, I don't really think I remember skill-based matchmaking actually existing in Black Ops 2. But what do you guys think?
I just hope if that's true and it's the same mechanics as Black Ops 2, I'll be happy. But as if they are actually going, it is the exact same. Because I know a lot of times people will say it and it's like kind of gets changed a little bit along the way. But I never had an issue with Black Ops 2 matchmaking. I always found it like really easy. You always had mixed lobbies. You'd always get those really good players occasionally, but you'd also kind of get players that were kind of new to the game on each team. Which is what I enjoy because it's one of the best experiences of Call of Duty. And when I was a new player to Call of Duty, one of my favorite things was playing against skilled players because you learn what they did that made them successful in the game, whether it's holding certain power positions, whether using certain weapon loadouts. And if you're just playing a bunch of people who are not very good at the game, if you're new to it, you're not really going to learn on how to improve. So hopefully. Yeah, like Black Ops 2, I found was a really good matchmaking. It's the Call of Duty that I played the most out of any Call of Duty. So I'll be super happy if they keep it how it is.
So, Unknown Player, what do you think about this? Do you think it's a big change and a positive change for Black Ops 3, or do you think that Advanced Warfare actually nailed it in terms of skill-based matchmaking?
Well, absolutely. I think it's just. I think it's fairly simple, to be honest. I mean, how has it actually been confirmed? Was it developers that told press at the event?
I believe, in fact, I think I might have to get the article up for you, but yeah, do you know what, off the top of my head, I can't remember now, but
I'll jump in. I know. The main PC developer, like the main guy on Twitter called PC Dev, he tweeted a lot of information about Black Ops 3, and he mentioned that Black Ops 3 will have a skill-based matchmaking system familiar to Black Ops 2.
Yeah, I think it's pretty simple, pretty good. Like the majority of, I'll say probably 99% of like the YouTube and Twitter community, like this kind of like hardcore audience that's very into the game and is on these social media platforms, like everyone's just gonna love it. Like it's not really, I don't think you'll find anyone who's against the idea of toning down skill-based matchmaking.
Anyway, guys, I guess that's enough for part 2 for now. We hit the 15-minute time limit, I guess you could call it. But again, if any of you guys watching this have any questions for us, be sure to let us know in the comment section below. We're happy to answer those. Today I've had Wizite in. Be sure to check out his channel. He covers mostly Destiny, and he also covers a bit of Call of Duty as well. Benny Central, who of course has covered Call of Duty and has some extremely ridiculous high score games. We have Mr. Diet JD, who covers a lot of zombies, and then we have, of course, Unknown Player, who does a mixture of Call of Duty and Destiny, and also lots of camos. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to let me know what you think about all this in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to smash that like button and subscribe for all Charlie Intel content going forward. Thank you again for watching this video. See you again soon. Bye.